Samsung is scared for the first time in 2026 because this time Apple is making a foldable phone. Is the Galaxy Z Fold 8 Samsung's biggest gamble? Okay, 2026 is about to be the year foldables get real. Samsung's preparing the Galaxy Z Fold 8, their 8th generation foldable, but this time they've got a problem. Apple's releasing the iPhone Fold this fall, and Samsung knows better than anyone just how hard it is to nail a first-generation foldable. So how is Samsung preparing? Let me tell you everything we know. Based on Samsung's pattern, the Galaxy Z Fold 8 is likely dropping in July or August 2026. Every Fold since 2020, Z Fold 2, has launched in summer, and the last three have all come out in July specifically. But here's the bad news. The Galaxy Z Fold 7 launched at $1,999. That's $100 more than the Fold 6, which was also $100 more than the Fold 5. The trend is heading in the wrong direction, and it might get worse. The AI boom is driving up RAM costs, which could mean even more expensive phones. We'll get a hint about Samsung's 2026 pricing strategy when the Galaxy S26 launches in February, months before the Fold 8. Now here's something interesting. A Korean publication claims Samsung is developing a second model called the Wide Fold to compete directly with the iPhone Fold. This wide fold would have a different aspect ratio, more square-shaped than the standard fold. We're talking a 5.4-inch outer screen and a 7.6-inch main display, both smaller than the Galaxy Z Fold 7. The design would be better for video content with fewer black bars, and it's rumored for a fall release. The basic design isn't changing. You'll still get a regular-looking phone with a cover screen that opens up to reveal a larger internal display. We don't have exact figures yet, but expect something close to the Fold 7's 6.5-inch cover screen and 8-inch internal display. But here's the impressive part. A report from South Korea says the Galaxy Z Fold 8 will weigh just 200 grams. That's 15 grams lighter than the Fold 7, which was already pretty thin at 8.9 millimeters folded or 4.2 millimeters unfolded. The bad news? S Pen support was dropped last year to make the device smaller, and if this one's even lighter, don't expect it to return. But there are two encouraging rumors. Leaker Crow.ro claims the internal screen will be larger with an adjusted aspect ratio, and Samsung's reportedly using laser drilling technology to greatly decrease the visible crease where the screen folds. Though with Apple said to have eliminated it completely, perfectionists might not be satisfied. The Galaxy Z Fold 7 got a massive camera upgrade, jumping from 50 megapixels to 200 megapixels on the main camera. Samsung's likely keeping that 200 megapixel sensor, but according to Galaxy Club, the supporting lenses are getting upgrades. The 12 megapixel ultra-wide camera will reportedly jump to 50 megapixels, allowing for higher resolution shots with more cropping options. The telephoto lens would go from 10 megapixels to 12 megapixels, still offering 3 optical zoom, but with slightly sharper long-distance shots. The front-facing cameras will likely stay the same dual 10-megapixel punch-hole cameras, one on the cover screen and one in the inner display. As an annual update, the Galaxy Z Fold 8 should get the latest Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5, the same one impressing in benchmarks and powering phones like the OnePlus 15 and potentially some Galaxy S26 models. This will be a very fast phone, but so was the Fold 7 with its earlier Snapdragon 8 Elite. The question is whether users will notice the improvement in everyday tasks. There's also a question of whether Samsung might use its own chips. The Galaxy Z Flip 7 uses an Exynos 2500 instead of Qualcomm, and the Exynos 2600 could power some Galaxy S26 models, depending on region. The Fold might follow that same pattern. Here's the exciting part. A According to Crow.ro, Samsung is increasing battery capacity from 4,400 milliamp hours on the Fold 7 to 5,000 milliamp hours on the Fold 8. That's hugely impressive, especially if that 15G weight drop is also confirmed. Plus, charging speed is jumping from 25 watts to 45 watts. That's a massive boost for power users who need to keep their phone topped up. So there you have it. Samsung knows Apple is coming for foldables this fall, and they're preparing with a lighter design, larger internal screen, 14% bigger battery, and years of foldable experience that Apple simply doesn't have yet. The real question is whether experience beats Apple's first-gen hype. July is going to be interesting. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Would you pick the Fold 8 or wait for the iPhone Fold? And subscribe for full coverage when both of these drop. See you in the next one.